Right, what we're going to do today is try and fix out the classic 650 issue of the slopey seatitis. So the seat over long distances makes you scoot forwards till eventually your nuts are getting a bit crushed. Not too much of a distance for about an hour, hour and a half, but after that I find I do get pinned in. So what's been recommended to me is to go on the old eBay via the 650 group and pick up this little piece of plastic and this little piece of plastic and some bolts that come with it and a seat riser, which brings that front of that seat up. This then goes underneath the current mounting bracket and pushes the seat up. It's available on eBay for £200. As you can see, it's got Versys 3D printed in it. So Versys 3D printed into it, clips all together. Comes with all the fixtures because you'll need longer screws, so it comes with screws and washers, which is very nice, and also seat foam to keep the battery pushed down. So as always, the first job is take off the seat. Now what you can see is we are going to take off this piece here. This will then sit underneath. This then clips over the top, and then that goes on top with the new bolts. So hopefully that fitting will be nice and smooth and very easy. And all we need to do is take off the first 10mm. And actually I have that set to tighten. Yeah. What for me is going to be fun is getting this all done. It's actually my first 3D printed part I've ever seen. Now I've heard good things about this on the old forums, so I thought for the sake of 20 quid it's worth a go. And then the guy I bought it from the internet, very nice guy. I'll have to find his eBay account so I can recommend him, because my delivery didn't turn up the first time round due to post issues. So I contacted him a few days afterwards and he sent out a second one, first class, with track delivery. And of course that meant the other one turned up exactly at the same time. So I contacted him about it and he said, just keep it. And so I'm gifting it to a friend of mine who's also got a 650. So as I understand it, this clips there, that sits in rather nicely. Then the Versys logo faces you. That pushes on top. The old bolts do come out to be replaced by our new shiny bolts. There are fantastic instructions he sends with it, but I read them and then put them off to one side and then I lost them. Now your standard 10mm bolts get replaced by the 4mm hex heads because they need to be that little bit longer to cope with the additional height. And then all we've got to do is just tension everything up. So let's give everything a good bit of torque twist. There we go. I don't want to over torque this because I'll be taking it off again shortly to continue servicing. Alright, let's take you around for a quick look here. So you can see this is the plastic spacer, the second piece that goes on, reuse the existing clip, new screws and washers, job done. And now on the underside, we have our seat foam here. And what we need to do is this foam needs to be extended because of the new height. And again, he supplies you with everything you need, it's amazing. This comes off, pops on top of there, and that is that. We'll pop the seat back on and we'll see how everything looks. There we go. Just needed a bit of a wedge. Right, you can see it's ever so slightly higher here. So if we come in, you can see there is now a much larger gap, but the seat itself is much closer to being level. And that's that.